The world is fucked and you need to be prepared. You remember this video by the World Economic Forum? The Great Reset is real. Now, ever since I started posting about China's economy collapsing, I ended up getting account warnings. So before I show you the real news and what's happening on a global scale, make sure you follow me on my other socials, like this video, save this video, as it will probably be removed. The phrase, "you will own nothing and you will be happy," is happening right now. Consumer credit is at an all-time high. Household, government, and business debt is all at an all-time high. And it's only going to get worse as we see things like student loan forgiveness and inflation acts that are going to only inflate our economy more. Just like it or not, always falls back on the taxpayers. But inflation isn't the only issue happening on a global scale. There's also a massive drought in Europe and China that is destroying majority of crops. With the G's COVID-0 policies, manufacturing companies are going to struggle as they have to shut down to the heat wave that is actually going through the country. In Europe, millions are on the brink of starvation as there's a war with Ukraine and energy costs are through the roof. In sense of something known as the Paris Accord, which is supposed to help the climate. And your world-leading organizations are supposed to help solve hunger. They're the same people that are stopping farmers from planting more crops. In the US, farmers are literally being paid not to plant anymore. The Dutch and Holland are facing massive supply cuts on their livestock. And while food scarcity is taking place, and people like Nicole Kidman coming out and eating bugs on a commercial saying this is the next wave of nutrition, food production is going to get much worse as natural gas prices are going through the roof. Week over week, month over month, year over year, natural gas is rising. Yet countries like Germany are shutting down all of their nuclear power plants, meaning energy costs are going to continue to rise. The problem with this is natural gas is one of the #1 resources for both processing food and creating fertilizer, which means not only are farmers not being able to plant crops or actually feed livestock, they're paying more just to keep in business. This shows that food, energy, and monetary policies are all just corrupt. Oh, and that Nicole Kidman video was sponsored by the World Economic Forum. Now, this isn't something to be scared of, it's something to be aware of. And since global educational systems are just massively corrupted, teach you nothing other than being indebted and being controlled by other 401ks, social securities, and central banks, start reading. Ray Dalio, Robert Kiyosaki, Mark Moss, there are tons of economists and people actually speaking up on these matters. Becoming financially literate and educating the masses with not courses, but just teaching each other is how we break away from this. With people like Andrew Tate just being banned for expressing their own opinions, please do me a favor and share this video. While I'm primarily a crypto-focused channel, for the last year and a half, I've been studying and trying to break away from these issues. So if you want me to keep exposing the elites, be sure to give me a like, comment, follow, let me know that you support this, and I will continue this series.